Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. I've been absent for a while because I've been away on holiday to Ireland to visit my in-laws and my husband's aunt. We've had a lovely time. It seemed like a really long holiday. Didn't get as many videos completed before I went as I wanted to because work was very busy. You know, I really can't wait until I actually retire full-time, and then I know that when I get up in the morning I can concentrate on my YouTube channel and my videos and crafting, whereas at the moment I have about 2.5, well, I'd say 2 days out of the 3. So I don't work Fridays, so I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but in those 3 days I have to catch up with housework, shopping, you name it, washing, all of that, gardening, everything. So, you know, like everyone else does, it's just weekends are always busy, aren't they? And fit in family, entertaining and all of that. So I don't get a lot of time to do regular videos. I am trying to I keep to Monday for Margarete Miller's 52-week collage challenge, which I'm managing to stick to. And then I wanted to try and do one at least on a Wednesday and a Friday, to have 3 in a week, to try and have regular ones, because I think that will help my channel grow. But I haven't managed it so far, so I do apologise. I hope you all stick with me. You know, I know that there are a lot of crafters who've got thousands of followers who this is their full-time job, and they craft and they put up 2 or 3 videos a day, if not more, every day of the week really, and they seem to be ahead of their schedule. I'd like to get into that position, but I don't know when that will be, so I hope you can stick with me and just class me as one of the smaller channels, slow growing, but worth it in the end. Anyway, let's get on. So just adjust that slightly. I don't quite know. Oh, I'm kind of out of practice. Anyway, we're going to do Margarete Miller's 52-week collage challenge, volume 2 for 2022, and it's hashtag 2022 planner 27, so it's week 27. We're using this craft coloured ring binder, which is a sort of a scrapbook, and we've got a nice clean sheet now. And I'll read out the 5 prompts and the bonus prompt. So we want something with a bumpy surface, anything that can blow in the wind, something in the shape of a triangle, lined paper, and a number or numbers. And then the bonus is instructions. So I think I found all of those. So the bonus really is for substituting something in the 5 that you may not have or don't want to put on. Sometimes if I have all of it, I'll just put all 6 things on. So let's get started. So I'll just take down my vintage photo. I have spent the few hours I've had to do for crafting over the weekend since I got back from Ireland, trying to finish the half spine Tim Holtz style journal. I think I finally finished it, but it seemed to have taken me a long time. Today I've been very, very lucky to have been messaged from my Etsy shop, and by a lady who I've put up I did a 4 seasons of Edith Holden, and I gave 1 envelope. So they were envelope file folders, all different sort of designs, and I gave 1 away as a giveaway for reaching 500 subscribers. And the lady who won that picked the spring. Now, I put the other 3 on my Etsy shop before I went away. Shut my shop while I was away, opened it again at the weekend, and I've just had a message today. I'm so lucky, from this lady who wants to buy not only the 3 that are on there, the autumn, winter and summer, but she wants me to make a spring one, so she's got a complete set. So that would be great to, you know, I put all my Edith Holden things away, so I should be getting those out. I'm also doing a Facebook challenge swap on a Facebook group called Junk Journaling for Everyone, and that is to swap 2 dangles. So I've got 2 dangles to make, so I may make those on camera. I've got the whole of July to get those done in, and the lady doesn't live far away from me actually. She lives in Dineshka and she lives in Watford, which is Hertfordshire, the next county to me. So that's that. And what else? Oh, and then I want to embark on my next new project, and I will give you further details of that along the way. So let's get on with this. So I'll show you what I found. Okay, so something with a bumpy surface. I've got some of this homemade paper that I bought a long time ago in a pack. This is very pretty. It's cream and it's almost been sort of wrinkled up, screwed up, so it's got a very bumpy surface and it's got a little bit of a sparkle to it, which is nice. So we're going to use that. Anything that can blow in the wind. So out of one of my books, which was in the style of Edith Holden, but it's not an Edith Holden book specifically, it's not one of hers, but it was how to make a I think it's one how to make a garden, a wild garden or a flower garden. Anyway, I thought this page of lovely poppies, we've got lovely poppies out in the garden at the moment, and all these are wild flowers that you find along the roadside, and these definitely blow in the wind. They're so fragile and dainty that often when we get a bit of a high wind they blow all the petals off, but those are kind of traditional red poppies. I've actually had some poppies growing in my garden this year. They've gone mad. They're very pale yellow. They're absolutely beautiful, but I've had to pull a few up because they've just grown in every nook and cranny. But they've come from obviously birds dropping seeds from somewhere, and I always call those plants that appear in your garden from nowhere as a gift from God, you know. So I like to keep them, and no doubt they're going to multiply even more next year, so I might pass them on to my daughters. So I'm going to use some of this for something that can blow in the wind. Something in the shape of a triangle. I struggled with this. The only thing that I have in my stash, and I'm trying to keep to using things out of my stash. I don't really want to keep printing stuff off from Google and places like that. So I've found 2 in my sticker book, my antiquarian sticker book. I have found 2 triangular stickers, and they are designs. So those would be quite nice. I thought they would match the colours of that. Lined paper. In my stash I've got a digital piece of lined paper, so you can see it's white on the back, and this is like a piece of, would it be lovely letter writing, and this has got watermark of roses, and it's cream with blue lines and some lovely rose design around the edge, so I'm going to use that. And a number or numbers. So I've got this, it's a bit shiny, so I shall just go over it with some vintage photo. This is a bingo card. Don't know where this came from. It's just in my stash, so I thought I'd use that. And then obviously I'm going to put number 27 on for week 27. So that will cover that. And then the only instructions I could find quickly were the remainder of a knitting pattern, a digital one. So I'll use some of that as well, I think. Right, so let's get started. Okay, just going to move that to one side and get my ruler out, and let's think about where we want some of these to go. So I think actually I may take this image and I'm just going to tear it down. I struggle a bit with tearing with my left hand because my thumb is very painful. It doesn't want to work. I'm not going to go to the doctors. First of all, be a miracle to actually get an appointment, even if it was a telephone one with my GP surgery. So you kind of think, why bother? I mean, if it gets really, really bad, I'll have to. So I'm sure it's something to do with my job. All the years of touch typing and stuff like that. It's probably what they call repetitive strain injury of some form or another. So I kind of know what it probably is. And there's not a lot they can do. They can operate, but you know, the waiting lists are horrendous. I should know, working at the hospital. My teams are 18 months to 2 years. So anyone needs a hernia, you know, unless it's really, really life-threatening, I will have to wait. It's not good at the moment, I have to say, but it can't be helped. So I'm going to kind of stick with that shape. Let's put these in my bin, my biscuit tin bin, and let's go round this in Vintage Photo. Yeah, so I missed everyone, missed doing all of this. Didn't take anything away with me, you know. There was no Wi-Fi in my husband's aunt's holiday cottage that we stayed in. We're right out in the wilds of West Cork on the Beara Peninsula, which is beautiful, wild and very unspoilt, amazingly unspoilt. And then we travelled the following week up to the middle of Republic of Ireland to County of Wicklow, which is absolutely beautiful. They've got the Sugarloaf, they call it the Sugarloaf Mountains, and that's where his parents live, right on the seafront basically, or they're 10 minutes from it, and it's absolutely beautiful. So we stayed with them, and I have to say the Wi-Fi wasn't brilliant there either. So I thought, actually, it probably does you good to have a rest from all the social media and everything going on for a change, you know. I'm going to try, and I don't think I can. I'm going to have to cut this somehow. But you can't tear it, so I just cut a couple of bits. And we'll see how we get on with those. And this is off-white, it's not quite white, so let's see if we can tear some of this off. We can just go over it a little bit with some Vintage Photo, I guess. So we'll probably just use one piece, I think. Then we've got this lined paper. So let's have a look, see what we can do. Okay, let me just go around this. Just quickly. So I'm just going to grunge it up a bit, just to take some of that white away. Okay, so I think actually we might tear this lovely lined paper. I could write a letter to a friend on this. I do like still writing letters. I'm a bit old-fashioned. Handwriting letters. I'm reading proper books. Yeah, so I don't want to tear too much of this off, so maybe I think I've more or less torn it in a similar shape actually to the things that blow in the wind. Let's take that off a minute. Just have that maybe there. Yeah, so good to get back into it. So I've just literally finished work, first day back, working from home, so I was lucky about that side of it. But when you put an out of office on and you come back to over 200 emails, 240 something, after saying to people don't leave any emails because my inbox will not be manned in my absence, here's an alternative. Well, they don't take any notice of that, and you end up with all those emails. I thought that would be quite nice. Let's have a look at this. So that's quite nice. Maybe, oh, I can tear it that way. Aha, I can tear it that way, so we'll just go over that edge and I can't tear down the sides very easily. It's directional, isn't it? It's very, very tough, and my poor thumb does not like that. So I'm only going to take those bits off. So that's kind of looking okay. And we've got our triangular stickers. So we could have them as book corners, really, kind of, something like that. And we've got our number 27, which we could kind of put there, I guess. And these numbers, which I think I'll cut into different bits. So we could have some there, one there, maybe one peeking out from there, something like that. So always find it hard to sort of that up a bit higher, I think, and that maybe a bit lower, like that. I think that's okay. I'm quite happy with that. You know, there are limits to what you can actually do, I guess. I like this, the way it's laid out. It's again going to be quite different. So I'm just going to try and take the shine off of these. Ooh. I don't know if it's a sticker. I don't think it is. I'm not sure. So it doesn't need to be stuck down that way anyway. So, and then this one just takes the shine off a little bit, but that's no problem, because when you're collaging, it really doesn't matter what kind of materials you're using, you know. So something like that, maybe we'll swap that one, that there, and have this one kind of somewhere like that. Right, now comes the difficult part, and that is, first of all, I seem to have 3 Scotch Pritt sticks, Scotch glue sticks, not Scotch Pritt sticks, because Pritt is a different glue stick. I seem to have 3 on the go. I can't bear the bit that's left in the bottom. I try and get that out and use it. So I've got one like that, one like this, and another one I seem to have opened. Anyway, let's see. What do we need to put down first? So we're kind of going to hope that this will stick with glue stick. And we're going to pop that kind of there, like that. And then we want this bit going to be able to tear all of that, because no, it's going to be very difficult for me to. I wonder if I can possibly rough it up. Not very easily. It's so tough, this is. This doesn't really want to do its job. Doesn't like this. Okay, that will do. I'm just popping that back up there. Okay, we'll just give it a little bit of colour around the edge. Like so. And now take these off. I can pop those in a minute. So I'm kind of wanted, yeah, that's okay. So I'm going to stick this bit down. I'm keeping as much on there as I can, because once I take it all off, it never goes back the way I wanted it. Sometimes it goes back a better way, but mostly it doesn't. So that can go there. Okay, and then we'll put this down. My knitting leaves a lot to be desired. I'm never very good at tension, even though I follow the instructions for tension. Still, my things come out bigger than they should. Alarmingly, really. I don't quite know what. So, you know, you can adjust your needles, you can adjust your all sorts of things. And I do all of that, and I don't know how I manage it, but things come out strange. Always wanted to learn to crochet as well, but I've never actually got round to that. I think my latest thing this year was Maisie's cross stitch square for the quilt, for Love Quilts. Love Quilts are a charitable organisation that encourage ladies who cross stitch to make squares. You can either make a square for any child, and each you get the list of children, and they have different criteria. So some like Disney characters, some like, you know, cars, trains, that sort of thing, and some like Maisie, my granddaughter, wanted butterflies and flowers, and my daughter asked me if I would be interested in doing a square, and I said, well, I've not cross-stitched since I was in well, not even junior school. I think it was probably infants when we did it, and that would have been boys and girls. And I was honoured, really, that she asked me, and I felt I couldn't refuse. I thought, well, let me go ahead. But it's quite a few rules, you know. Obviously, you have to do it on a certain type of I can't even think what it's called. What is it called? You know, the canvas, isn't it? So it's an ABI or ABI, something like that, denotes the kind of number of holes to an inch square. Yeah, so it's so complicated. So it took me a while to find some of that. Then you have to find a pattern that fits with the criteria, so I managed to find one of those. They do give you website kind of ideas that are recommended by them, where you can buy these patterns and things. So I bought a pattern off of one of those for flowers with a butterfly in the middle. It took me a few weeks to do it actually, but I was really pleased with myself. So it just shows you, you know, you're never too old to try something new, are you? Never too old for that. So I wanted to pop that. So I seem to have gone up higher with that one, so maybe we'll go lower with that one. Shall we? Or shall we, I see what I said about things changing. Then maybe we will pop that there. Like that. Then we've got our 27, which I'm just going to trim. I'll make it a little bit smaller. And it's not completely straight. Surprise, surprise, but it's straight enough for collage. And then I want that to show up, so maybe I'll kind of pop that there off the side of those numbers. So my paper doesn't want to stick to that handmade paper. So that would be quite nice if I join those three things together like that. Right, so seem to have finished. I don't think I need to put anything else on. So let's recap, make sure I've covered everything. So hashtag 2022 planner 27, something with a bumpy surface. So we've got this paper, which I seem to have covered up a bit there, actually. A bit more than I intended. I don't think I can move any of that over without tearing it all, so I have to leave it now. So we've got some bumpy paper. How about I do another little strip? Oof, my poor thumb. It hurts all in here. Right, what I do for crafting. We're all the same, aren't we? Right, okay, so I seem to have inked the wrong side, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. Okay, so where should we put this? Maybe there. Yeah, that looks good. Something like that maybe would be nice. Right, okay, so let's start again. Something with a bumpy surface. I've got the handmade paper, anything that can blow in the wind. I've got some wildflowers grown by the wayside, something in the shape of a triangle. I found some triangular pattern stickers, so I'm using those. Lined paper, I've got this lovely piece of writing paper here. Numbers or number, that's a bingo card that I've deconstructed, and number 27 for the week. And then instructions, I've got a knitting pattern, well, part of one, a digital one. So that's everything. So as I normally do, I'm just going to write on here. Just find my pen. Oh, I don't want a big Sharpie, do I? I don't think that would look good. Let's have a look. This is one I bought recently. I quite like these nice tips. It's nothing special, it's just a Pentel common garden one that you can buy in any stationery shop. So hashtag, I'm going to write it up here, hashtag 2022 planner 27, and that is it. So I'll show you my usual sort of close-up. It's a little bit of a strange mix again, isn't it? It's quite incredible what a group of things will turn out like. All not unrelated things, you know. So there we are. That is my collage. Now, the experts, and there are no rules to crafting, no rules to collaging, but there are experts out there, I say that with, you know, fingers like that, that say that you should divide your page into kind of 3 rows really, and try and avoid putting things in certain places. So, you know, I don't always do that, to be honest. Sometimes I just go with the flow and do where it takes me, I go. So that's what I've done today. I hope you liked it. It is a bit odd, but sometimes they do work out and look a bit odd. I suppose it depends on your choices of items. But yeah, I'm glad I've used that bingo card up actually, because I probably wouldn't put a shiny one. And this is so shiny, it's squeaky. I wouldn't put a shiny one probably, and not as shiny as this, in my journal probably. So there we have it. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'm glad to be back. So I will see you again, same time, same place, for next Monday. In the meantime, I hope to put up at least one other video this week. I will try and do more. Take care everyone. Thanks for supporting me. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.